Why is it that when you start making progress, you stop? Not because you don't know what to do, not because your system stopped working, but because something internally pulls you back. That's not a discipline issue, that's an identity issue. Hello, welcome back to JC's Learning Edge for another midweek motivation. This is our last week on our series, The Execution Gap. And today, specifically, we're going to be talking about why you keep going back to old habits. I really believe that this session is going to be good and that it will spark some motivation, but I'm hoping that it'll spark some true transformation. So get your notes out, take some notes, give me the next 3 to 4 minutes, and I promise this session will change your life. Let's get right into it. Here's something that, most people tend to miss. You don't consistently act, in alignment with your goals. You act in alignment with who you believe you are. If you see yourself as inconsistent, as someone who starts strong but then fades, as, someone who struggles with discipline, your behavior will unconsciously reinforce that identity. And execution sticks, when action stop feeling like something you're trying to do, like something that you have to force yourself to do. And I know initially that's how we got to get through it, but execution really sticks when you can make it where, you know, it starts feeling like something you do naturally. It's something you do subconsciously. It becomes a true habit of yours. And that happens when identity shifts. And this is why identity and execution are so closely connected and graduating half the time, because lasting progress isn't about pushing harder. It's about becoming someone who follows through. It's not all about just grinding all day to the point where you have migraines, but it's just about following through on what you said you were going to do. Because what you do is, when you do that, then you prove to yourself, you create for yourself a new identity that instead of being someone who starts strong and then fades, I'm someone who follows through on what I said I would do. I'm a person, I'm a man or a woman, I'm a man or a woman of my word. So once identity changes, execution becomes easier to maintain, because you can always have a strong start, but we've talked about it. Motivation fades, and when that fades, your execution fades. But if you create that identity for yourself, that you follow through on what you said you were going to do, even on those days where you're not motivated, you'll execute. So as I close, here's my question for you today. Who are you still acting like? Who? What version of yourself? Who are you still acting like, even though you've outgrown that version of yourself? Are you still acting like the 12-year-old you that gave up when things got hard? Are you still acting like the 6-year-old you that had a would throw a tantrum when things got tough? Or are you acting like you now, the one that follows through, the one that's closing the execution gap, the one that closes the gap between writing down your goals and actually getting the results? This Friday, we're going deeper on this topic, breaking down how identity forms and how it sabotages execution and how it intentionally rewrites it. So I'm so excited. Listen, this last thing I'm gonna tell y'all. Listen, make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any more of this great content, great advice, and remember to invite a friend. Don't come alone. We'll be here Friday at 1 p.m. sharp. And as always, success doesn't shout, it shows up. And I'll see you on Friday. Bye bye.